everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sci Tell Us. Sci Tell Us is a show where we showcase businesses in and around Atlanta and the surrounding counties. Sandy Springs, Cobb County, just all of them. I can't name them all right now because, again, I just moved here less than 2 months ago, so I can't name them all. But we have a special guest today, and I'm so excited because, as we used to say in our era and our time zone, he's a homie. We grew up together. We used to play baseball in the neighborhood. You know where that tree is like second base and that car is third base and that can over there is the home base. I have Mr. Monty Lewis, Vincent Monty Lewis from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I'm so pleased to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, God, my pleasure, my pleasure. Haven't seen you in a minute, but it's just like we just picked up. But we see each other all the time on Facebook because I'm looking at his grandkids, he's looking at ours. And it's just a great thing. But he's such a great gentleman, and he has a great business. He's into landscaping, he's into home improvement, he's into snow removal, tree removal, you name it, you need it, he can do it. And guess what? He does it very professionally. He does it up to code. He does it where it has curb appeal. And you need it, he can have it done. So he's the man to actually have these things done. See the pictures in the background. Look at some of his work. But let me just read a little bit. I want you to really give him the kudos that he needs to have. Today, again, August 8th, 2018, we are showcasing business owner, Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis. He is the owner and founder of Lewis Lawn and Landscape. And he has been in operation for over 18 years in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's where we're both from. Tulsa's always in the house. And he also provides his professional services here in Atlanta, Georgia as well, and the surrounding counties. And Mr. Lewis has also begun to transition into home remodeling as well. And what I wanted to know, what I'd like for you to tell me is about what made you become interested in beginning a career in landscaping. I mean, tell me about that.
Well, when I first started, I moved back from Shawnee, Oklahoma to Tulsa, you know, and John wanted me to help do his landscaping. I'm doing a little bit of landscaping. I know I've been doing it all my life. So the guy that was the architect guy, he was doing the, you know, bringing in the plants and all of that. John wasn't agreeing with him. He didn't like him. So, you know, I was start doing some suggestions, and pretty soon I was just doing the whole thing myself. And John was like, well, why am I paying him when I could go ahead and just pay you and just get rid of him? So eventually I took over the project. And,
so he thought, and I'm sure the guy was reputable, you know, but he thought he was hiring a professional who kind of slid up under the crack that really wasn't that professional. Because you end up taking over the job because you're telling him what to do.
Exactly.
Now, and I just wanted this show to be all about you, but we grew up together, so we know everyone in each other's family. And as I was telling you the other day when we were having lunch, I'm nervous when I meet people and I don't know their auntie and their mom and their sister and brother because we don't know anything about them. But would you like us to tell us who John is?
Yeah, you could.
Okay. I'm excited. And I always tell people when I would see him on TV, I'm like, oh, I grew up with him. John is his brother, who the whole world knows is John Starks. You know, and I knew him as John T. And as I told you the other day, when he first started playing basketball, and my mother was like, "Child, I'm going to watch the game. John Starks is playing on the game," and I'm like, "Who's John Starks?" You know, and she's like, "Child, you know who John?" She said, "John T. Fool." So we grew up together for real. I didn't know his real name was John Starks. I knew him as John T. You know, and like I was telling your other brother's name, I didn't know their real names. We only knew about each other's nicknames. But that's who he's referring to when he said his brother John Starks, had hired a professional architectural landscaping company to do the work, but they weren't as professional as his own brother, Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis. So that's my claim to fame. I tell everybody in the world, I say, yeah, I grew up with John Starks, and I lived in New York, and they loved him in New York. But unfortunately, I moved after, you know, his career and all that. But I was like, I know I would have got some tickets to that game, you know. And I've never seen a pro game, but I would have gone to see that one to see John Starks. But isn't that amazing, though, that here you were doing better than someone they hired?
Right.
That speaks volumes, because he had already seen your work and he knew your work.
Right.
So I know that made you feel good.
Made me feel great, but you know, my mother was, you know, a good designer. She would,
she was.
Places that we used to live in, you know, she had to, you know, make the best of what, you know.
As we all have.
Yeah, we had.
I still do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But she was a very good designer, and she could, you know, take.
And she was very fashionable too, though. I always saw her looking cute and professional.
Always,
I'm sorry, I really did.
That's where we get our little clothing fashion from. So yeah.
Excuse me. Yes, y'all do dress. You
Exactly.
Always dress. And Tony was always smooth too. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Neat. You know, this is one of his older brothers, Tony. He was always smooth. Just looked like came out of Essence magazine before it even existed. Actually, you know, really, he was always smooth like that. He and Trey, they were the ones. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Jimmy was sloppy. Sorry, Jimmy. You know, but Monty and Trey, they were always smooth. Tony and Trey were always.
Exactly.
I mean, they went that extra mile.
Right.
You never saw them in wrinkled pants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just never.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking, and when I say that, I mean in junior high, and high school.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about as an adult. Really. Thank you. I'm not talking as an adult. I'm talking about when we were growing up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and me, Stein Trish just being the sandbar, we didn't care. You know, we weren't into that. But yeah, he was always. So that helped too. You actually got that desire from your mom, even. You know what I'm saying? She planted that seed indirectly.
You know, to look at stuff and be able to, you know, envision something better. You know, she gave that to her because she could take something and it's just be. I mean, we would look off, Mama, we moving in there, and be like, give her a couple of hours, then you know, she see a vision, and that's what I like. You know, especially in my landscaping. You know, being able to vision, just go and look at stuff, or you know, any construction, just you know, look at a house and just be okay, I can make this into this, or I can take this and do this with, you know. So it's just, you know, it's just a vision. I got it from my mother.
I was going to say, and if Mom was here today, she would be on those shows.
Right.
Where they're renovating these homes. Because you see them, and I love those shows. They show these homes, and they look like a dump.
Right.
And they just turn it into something beautiful and magnificent, and they triple, if not quadruple, its value and property.
Exactly.
So she was a visionary even then.
Very much so.
And you're right about that. With landscaping and renovations, you got to be able to perceive what others can't see.
Right.
We have a call right now. Let's go see who's on the line. Is it John Stark? Let me make sure I do this right, Lynette. Thanks for calling Status Network Live TV. You're with Cy Tellis, and we have our guest here, Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis, who's on the line. State your name and what city you're calling from, please.
Yes, this is Sigrid Maxwell calling from Bronx, New York.
Hey, how are you, Sigrid? Thanks for calling in.
I'm well. I had a question for, you said Vincent Monty?
Yes, Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis.
Yes, Mr. Lewis. So this had a question. I don't know if you answered this already, but how was the transition of, you know, you mentioned that you worked, or you've been doing this line of work for 18 years, and you started in Shawnee, Oklahoma, then you moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. How was it transitioning from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Atlanta, Georgia, or the metropolitan area?
I'm still transitioning. And you know, I'm trying to, you know, get me some workers down here, and you know, just it's hard, not hard, but you gotta have the right people in place to do and know that they're reputable and be able to, you know, you just can't trust your business to anybody because you want, you know, that work to, you know, look like what you know, exemplify my standards.
Amen.
So I just can't just let anybody just, you know, take over, leave them there and not, you know what that they know what they're doing, exactly what they're doing. So you know, it's okay. I like it though. Like I said, I'm learning. You know, you just gotta learn the city and learn the people and how they do things down here.
That's true.
Right. Okay. And I had another question. So it seems as though this is your passion. How do you stay motivated? Because I know often I follow this person on Instagram, and she's a makeup artist, up and coming, and she was just telling everyone that there's going to be 1,001 makeup artists, but if this is your gift, you're calling your passion, don't stop. Another one is just as great as the next one. So how do you know, moving from Tulsa to a larger city, Atlanta, Georgia, and just staying motivated to follow your passion?
Yeah. Well, my passion is, I love making money for one.
Amen. Yeah.
So that's major. But I wanted in Oklahoma. We work so many months out of the year because of the weather situation. It can get freezing cold like January and February, and it can stay below zero for a whole entire month or two. So then you can't work outside. So what are you going to do? So my thing was I need to get into more of a warm weather city where I can be able to work year round. So I have my landscaping company back there that still does well, but I wanted to be able to do work year round and have another company in a bigger city where I could possibly be able to make more money.
Excellent.
So
okay. Yeah. And just one more question, because I'm thinking about relocating myself, and Atlanta, amongst other cities, is on my list. So how do you like Atlanta, Georgia, compared to where from Tulsa, Oklahoma, or other cities you've moved to?
I love Atlanta. One thing about Atlanta, if you come down here and you want to work, you can get work down here. Yes. It's not, you can make it happen if you got that desire and that heart and that go get it attitude. So you definitely can make it work as if you wanted to.
That's true.
You just got to get out there and hit them streets and do what you got to do in order to make it, though. That's my opinion.
Cool.
Okay, because you actually triggered another question. Sorry, this is the last one.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's fine. That's what he's here for. Gain this knowledge.
Yeah, because I remember back in maybe like the 90s, 2000s, like everybody and their great-grandmother were moving to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And I feel like more so now, and I'm wondering, because you hear that it is like the mecca for black, for black professionals or whomever, white collar, blue collar, whatever you want to be. And now that everyone is starting to move, like from the north to the south, whether it's the Carolinas or Atlanta, I'm wondering, has it become just as competitive as New York City? Are there still opportunities for young, middle-aged professionals who want to continue their career and also establish their home there?
I think there's room. I mean, to me, I'm 56, so
no,
and I made the change. So I mean,
and you look good, ladies. Are you single?
Yes, I am single, by the way. But I'm 56. But I mean, for me to make the transition, I think if I can make it, I don't know why can't nobody else make it. It's just like I said, you got to get out there and you got to hit those streets and you got to make it happen. You got to network, do whatever you can in order to get to where you need to be.
But also, I've got to give him credit too. Everyone doesn't have the tenacity and the ability to be a trendsetter like you do as well too. You're self-motivated and always have been.
Yeah,
and again, I can speak for him because I've been knowing him for several years.
Right.
But
you gotta be motivated
for
sure.
over 45 something years, almost but at least about 47 years. But that's always been your character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've always been a go-getter.
Right.
So I understand his point. If you want to do it, you can.
Yeah.
But again, let's hope everyone has the ability to have that desire, such as you.
Yeah.
Because again, he has created his own business.
Right.
That's excellent.
No, and I didn't want to work for nobody else. So I mean, that's
what treasure.
Yeah, if you don't want to work for nobody else, then you do what you got to do. Get out there, create your own, and be motivated. Get up. I'm talking about. I'm working Sundays, Mondays. Sunday through Sunday. And if I have to work till 8, 9 o'clock at night, from 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, that's what I got to do. And I have to get up and be ready for the next day. So that's the part of the job.
Yeah,
if you want if you want your company to succeed, you're gonna do what you have to do in order for it to succeed. And ain't nobody gonna put into your company what you're gonna put into it. So
exactly.
That's my advice.
Thank you so much for answering my questions, and I definitely wish you great prosperity.
Thank you so much.
And expanding your
Thank you so
company.
much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And also, Monty, tell Sigrid and the listeners what number can they use if they want to contact you and to at least schedule something in advance when your schedule permits.
Right.
What number can they
918 269-4409 is my cell number, and you can reach me directly there. So if you need something, just hit me on that number.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
All right,
You too. You too.
Goodbye.
And
Bye.
I'm going to talk to production a little bit. Yvette, could we slow down the pictures in the back a little bit? Because I'd like for him to explain them. If we could just like keep them on like maybe 20 seconds each. Can we do that in those increments? Yes. Okay. Because Monty, explain to me. I mean, all this beautiful remodeling and landscaping and renovations. I love it. I love it. And again, I can see the vision that you have, but also the expertise in getting it done. So like even this, what is this right here? I mean, my goodness.
That's basically I was coming in and putting in sewer line from the water that's off the bathtub actually.
Okay.
That I had a drainage system going, had to hook it up. So that's pretty cut and dry.
So the plumbing.
Doing plumbing.
Okay, Jesus. Because I'm just like clueless.
Plumbing,
I'm like, okay,
that right there is,
okay.
It started. I had to tear down that whole side of the house, so now I'm starting to bring in the bathtub and put in a shower, bathtub and shower, which it didn't have a shower in it, So, basically I just...
So you can add a shower or a tub if it doesn't have it in there, and get it totally beautified, and again add in the plumbing that it didn't have.
Right, exactly.
That's excellent. Now, what is this one right here?
This one right here is swimming pool. I did the rock garden around there, the roof, the canopy over the back, the gazebo, but we're not quite done. I'm doing. Putting in some trees over the outline side of his house. Had my little nephew running around out there.
Oh, excellent!
Trying to give him some little little trade out there, teach him. So yeah, but that's what I'll do right there. I love it. Yeah.
I love carpentry work, and then this is.
That's when I was putting on the roof on there, so I had to get up there and knock it out.
And is that like a gazebo or just?
It's going to be a gazebo.
Okay,
I haven't finished it yet. We're waiting on the approval to get the electric ran out there, and then after we get the electric done, we're going to go back and put in the ceiling fan and the.
And that handsome man right there, who's that?
That would be me.
Now, is that something else you're doing on the side?
Yeah, we're putting up putting up the siding on there. Put up the whole side of that house. Actually, it was rotting out all in the middle of it. It was matter of fact, it had a placard on it, a condemned house, and you had to go back in, and I had to rebuild the whole left side of the house, frame it, cut and put new low bearing beam walls down through. So just pretty much like this.
Okay, what's a placard?
A placard is where it's condemned.
And I'm serious, I have no idea.
Code enforcement people come out and they say that can't nobody go in and do anything until you get a permit.
Okay.
And it's not supposed to be anybody in there, in other words.
Okay.
Because it's condemned. So anyway, that's what I came in there and I jacked the house up, put in some low bearing beams, and
And was this the floor?
A floating floor.
And the floating floor means?
Basically, it's off the ground. I got it off the ground, and it's gone. I had to bring it up to the side of the same height as the other floor that it was.
Oh, so you were leveling it?
Yeah, I had to level it out.
Because that home had settled. It was a nice, older, mature home. Okay.
Settled.
I love old homes.
Even right there at where you can't see it, it's at the front door part. I still had to come back over and jack up the. See, that's what I had to replace. I had to take that beam, low bearing beam, out of there and replace that. So it was just the whole house was sinking in the middle.
See, I need all this done to my whole beautiful old home back in Tulsa, because I just do. I mean, because you can take out the floor furnace and all that, can't you?
Yeah.
I know you can. I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to have all these things done because I love that.
And do that, and electric. I got a guy to come over and do the electric, so I'm not licensed to do electric here in Atlanta, so I had to get a licensed electrician to come over and do the parts. So.
I'm getting all. your brother did some electrical work for me.
Antonio.
Yeah, Antonio. Does he come up sometime?
No, I haven't seen Antonio in a couple years myself.
So he's just loved in Tulsa as much as my son. I can't really get him out of there either. And I love Tulsa, don't get me wrong, but when you've kind of lived abroad like us, you know, you just kind of like to venture out. Like to move. But I understand.
Move around.
Yeah, just kind of go beyond Guthrie, you know. Yeah. But a lot of Tulsans just really like being there, and it's too fast for me, blah blah, which I can understand. But he did some great work too. So all of you guys are just talented. Yeah. You know, I mean, Jesus, that's a blessing. Cool. And so, like this one right here, I'm just amazed because you've taken everything and starting it over.
That part right there, that's where the house had fell in. The whole floor had dropped, and I had to take out all of the existing flooring, and like I said, and then build it up and replace it, basically.
You could literally build a house if you wanted to from just nothing but dirt, couldn't you? Like you could lay the foundation, and, you know what I'm saying?
That's our framing. That's just if I needed to, if I needed to.
Jesus, you should.
But I'm in the mostly remodeling though. You know, building it from the floor up. You know, I don't have my permit or my license to do that out here. So I would have to, go back through school and maybe take the test out here. So that's what I'm. And
you'll pass that.
I'm eventually, get in and get my license here. But I gotta, I've just been here for like 2 months, so I gotta. I got to get everything, but I have, I got plenty.
You have the ability. It's just a matter of getting that paper transfer from one state to the other. I didn't know that. So if you're licensed in one city and state, it doesn't automatically transfer.
It doesn't. No.
Wow, that's a bummer. I wonder why. I mean,
they have different codes and different things that you have to be able to know down here in Atlanta. Which
okay. So, and is that based upon because of the climate? What's needed there is different than here? It's just
based on Atlanta. The area that you're in and different. They have lots of codes here compared to Oklahoma.
Really?
We didn't have to go through everything. Like if we wanted to put on a front roof on there, you had to get a permit, to be able to do that. In Oklahoma, you just tear it down and do it.
I didn't know that. I wonder why, because they don't really have tornadoes and stuff here much.
Exactly. I don't. It would wood and stuff rotting out eventually. So they have to. They have to have stuff done. Eventually, it's gonna break down.
Okay, that's true. Now, look at this beautiful kitchen. This is your work as well.
That's strictly remodeling. Yeah, I'm strictly just putting in new cabinets and putting in a new island on there and sink, and that's pretty much it on there.
I love that.
Yeah,
and that beautiful
come back
flooring.
To the backsplash, did the flooring,
And look at that. Yeah. Oh, that is so
that was
beautiful.
A before picture, and this is the after.
Okay. So all that flooring that we saw torn out, that was a before.
Yeah.
And this is the after.
Yeah.
Jesus. So how old was this beautiful home?
It wasn't very old. It was probably maybe 15, 20 years old.
Yeah, that's not old enough. That's relatively.
But see, we'll take all the stuff out of there and build them a new island and just redo it.
I know the owners were just pleased.
She was.
Did she come and see what you were doing while it was going on, or did she wait till the final product?
No, they were still in the house while we did it. So it didn't take them about a week,
No, you did all that in a week?
Yeah, did all that in a week. We were in and out of there. So, yeah.
That was fabulous.
Yeah. Try to get it done.
I love that flooring. I love the cabinets, and I think and don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. New homes are just that, they're beautiful. But I love older homes because because I still have my mama's home that I was raised in. But I love the old homes. And and what is this right here? I love those stairs.
Building those steps, patio out there on the back, and needed to get. He wanted some round steps coming off of there, so we had to build it up for him, form it up, and pour it and get it done.
So that's the framing of steps where you put in the concrete.
That's how you first start.
Wow.
And that right there is me putting down the decker board and getting it ready to put on our tile flooring on that. So.
Oh, I know they love it.
It was pretty nice after it finished.
I'm pretty sure. I'll hold that thought, but goodness, let's get another caller. But I want to say, I'm pretty sure that once you finish with their homes, they never want to leave.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. Thank you for calling Status Network. You're on with Live TV with our special guest, Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis. Please state your name and what city you're calling from, please.
Hello, my name is Ty, and I'm calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, great. How are you doing, Ty? Thank you for calling in.
No problem. I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Oh, good, good. And what is your question for Mr. Lewis today?
And he is he's a landscaper, correct?
Yes, yes. One of many.
Okay. Well,
he does several things.
Just a general question. Well, A, how did you get involved, and how did you humble yourself and get better?
For which one?
Yeah.
As far as landscaping goes, planting flowers, lawn equipment, just realizing when you had to do a better job, upgrade, just how did you perfect that craft?
Well, I started really when I was young. I was like, back when I was in junior high school and elementary school, we didn't have a lot of money, and my grandmother taught us to, you had to get out there and make your own. So basically, I tied a lawnmower on the back of my bicycle, and I started riding around the neighborhoods, knocking on the doors, and that's how I started really mowing back then and doing a good job. My grandmother had always taught us, do a good job, and word of mouth is gonna, get you more business. People will tell other people about you. So at a very young age, my grandmother always insisted that we do a good job. Do better than what the next man is gonna do, and then you're gonna be able to keep business. And she also, it was, be a jack of all trades. So therefore, I wanted to learn as much as I can about everything. So it's pretty much all of this comes from my grandmother starting, but the desire to get out there and do it, it's just, I was motivated. I wanted things. I wanted to have nice things. I wanted to have a nice home. I wanted to have a nice car. And when I go to do a job, I'm always thinking about, do a good job, make sure it's got that curb appeal, and then the neighbors, everybody will be able to okay, I need to get him. I done went in the neighborhoods and started with one house and end up doing maybe 5 or 6 on the block. Just because I'd go the extra mile, blow their sidewalks off, blow their patio off, blow the front porch off, edge it up. I just did a little bit extra in order to keep, I put into my business in order for them to want me to work for them, just it's that heart, you want to get out, and you want things to exemplify or look like what you want it to look like, your personality, put your own stamp on your work, so that's where it comes from with me.
Excellent.
All right. Well, and what about expanding? I think you said you're expanding. You were in Tulsa, now you're going to Atlanta. Are you already in Atlanta?
I'm already in Atlanta right now, and I'm trying to get my construction part of it off the ground. I want to do, remodel houses, and I got, I have a guy right now that, fortunately that, giving me a little bit of work, a lot of work right now. So, all I got to do is just get the people in line and get everything ducks in a row, get good laborers, good contractors, good, electricians, plumbers, whatever. I got to meet these people, network, and just get it off the ground. And that's basically right now what I'm doing, networking and trying to meet people that want to work and want to get an honest pay for an honest day's work. So that's how I do it.
Excellent.
Awesome. And how many employees do you have right now? I mean, and do you still have people working for you in Oklahoma?
Well, I have 3-4 people in Oklahoma that's still doing my landscaping service there. And then I have maybe 4 or 5 guys, and that's just guys that's working for me here right now. That's, you know, if I wanted to have a house demo, I can have, you know, house demo, get 4 or 5 guys, go get it done, you know. And then I have another guy that does the drywall. I have him come in. I got another guy that I do, you know, may do a little bit of roofing or whatever. It's just whatever I need. I have to network with people in order to, I can't do it all by myself, so I have to network with people in order to get my vision, you know, done.
How long did it take you to attract those like-minded individuals? Everyone has to have a hustle, but not everyone wants to hustle. So how did you find those like-minded people?
Okay, when I first got here, you know, maybe 2 months ago, I didn't know nobody. You know, so once I got off in here, you know, I called, you know, a couple of friends, and I asked friends, do they know such and such? You got, you know, an electrician, you know, a plumber, you know, and then do you know this person? Do you know that person? Whatever I needed. Then fortunately, I got hooked up with someone that was from Oklahoma that knows electricians, knows a plumber, you know, knows different guys who's been living here for a while. So he gave me their number. So, you know, I weeded them out to the ones that I really wanted, I think that I can do work with, and then from that point on, I just, you know, took it from there. You just got to weed out the people that you know, that you think, you know, that you can get along with, that you can trust, you know, that can go in and do the right job, and then that not going to try to, you know, take advantage of you by charging you a certain price, and then when they get the job tore down and all, and well, we got to do this. No, that's what you should have bid it at the first, and let's just stick to the price until you get to the end. You know, so you got to watch out for a lot of stuff. But like I said, you'll weed those people out, you know, immediately. You know, once you've been off in this for a little while, you'll be able to spot, you know, who's gonna do what, and you know, if they're gonna get the job done for you.
That's true.
That's great advice. I'm trying to do the same thing. I've been cutting yards. This is my first summer doing it. Started in April. And out of where you are, I can hire some, you know, I have some 14, 15-year-old kids. Hey, I want to make some money, man. You cut my mama's yard, make some money with you.
Right. My thing is, if I mean, you can hire the young kids or whatever, but you gotta basically, you're gonna have to get in somebody that knows, you know, that you can work with, that's an adult, that, you know, that you're going to be able to, and I'm gonna tell you this, I've been trying for 18 years, and luckily, I mean, to find a few guys that's going to work and do the job that you want them to do. I know exactly. You know, you want to try to get the young kids or whatever, but the young kids going to go back to school, and then you're going to be left with a lot of work that you're going to have to be able to keep up with. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially when you're growing. You know, now, I mean, once, say for instance, you got, you know, 10, 15 yards you got to cut, and you got to have them done every week, or 20, 30 yards you have to cut every week. Okay, once those kids gone and you're not able to keep up with them by yourself, then what you going to do? You know what I mean? Your clientele gonna go down. People gonna be saying you don't do this, you don't do that. So basically, you know, you want to be able to keep your customers happy at all times, because I mean, if your reputation go bad, then your company's gonna, you know, you know, people ain't gonna want to deal with you. You know, word of mouth is gonna kill you.
And that's a good point, because you're saying it's good to use kids, but once they grow up and go off to school, or they want to go to the football game, then they don't show up. Right. So that's why he was saying that it's okay to use some kids, but have the main crew be adults who, you know, pretty much have that be their
You got to get you one or two good guys, or, you know, that you can, you know, work alongside of, and then once, you know, you get your business going, you know, then you can be able to kind of, you know, let them do the work, and then you can come back and check on it, you know, if you can trust them with your vehicle and your equipment, and to make sure that they ain't tearing up, you know, your mowers and weed eaters and all of that, because boy, you know, having to replace something every, you know, couple of weeks or couple of months because somebody is, you know, not taking care of your equipment, it could be, you know, costly to your company, you know, make a break.
Wow.
Yeah, I've already experienced that. Yeah.
So
Great.
that's my advice.
I appreciate the advice, man. So as far as equipment goes, what's your brand of choice? Do you have a brand of choice?
Can I say that on?
Yeah.
Okay. I normally use
yeah.
Toro on my mowers, you know, and then my weed eaters and edgers, I like Shindawa.
Okay.
You like who?
Shindawa. And you in Tulsa, Shindawa. Shindawa, no, they're red.
Oh, okay.
But Shindawa, if you go there, go to Bloss Sales, they should have it. And who else had it? I forgot the other landscaping company that's out there. Smith Farm and Garden, they'll have it also.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with that place. I've gotten a few cars from there.
Yeah,
that's
check out that Shindawa. I mean, that Shindawa, I get a good Shindawa, and it'll last you for years. You know, you almost have to. I mean, you have to run that baby. I mean, I run it full throttle for 3 or 4 years and I have manufacturing companies, you know, that, you know, it's like a city square block long, and there's a lot of weed eating. So, you know, them babies perform. So there it is.
So it's good to invest in that.
Because right now I have Echo.
Yeah,
weed eating.
Yeah. Echo okay. Still is okay. Get a Shindawa, and I guarantee you won't be going back. It's easy to start. I mean, they're good. Good equipment. That's all I can say. Head trimmers, all of that.
$10, I'll do that.
Yeah. Well, and you get what you pay for, and then I'm sure the better quality costs more.
Exactly.
But it's going to make you more money because it's going to break down less, and you won't stop getting that business because your equipment's broke.
Exactly.
If that's the issue.
That weed eater is going to cost you. I'm going to tell you, going to cost you around about $400, maybe close to $500. But like I said, a $500 investment, you're going to make thousands of dollars off of that $500 investment. So you got to look at stuff there. That's the way I look at it.
That's
you
smart.
know, you put your money into it, but look how much money and how many years it's going to last you, and how much money you're going to make out of it.
That's true.
Right.
Excellent. So
all right. So invest in your equipment.
I really appreciate that information, sir. It really helps a lot.
Thank you. Invest in good equipment, so you don't have to keep going back buying, you know, more equipment. That right there can kill. It kills you because you have to take your time, stop. You got to try to keep it going because it's not working properly. Then you're going to take time, and then you're going to be doing bad work because you're trying to get it to work, you know. So just go ahead and invest one time in what you need, and then that way you don't have to keep on. You can use it for years, and you're going to get thousands of dollars off of what you put off of a simple investment. That's weed eater, edger, trimmer, blower, chainsaw. Just go ahead and put a little money into it, a little extra money into it if you can, but sometimes you might have to start with something small, you know, to get you by. But I would, if me personally, the way that I used to do it, if I had a tree job and I went and made, knocked a tree down and made $600, I might just take the $300 of that and buy me a $300 a good chainsaw. Take some of your money and invest back into your company. You know, and that's what I do. That's how I was able to. I started with a weed eater, a edger, and a push mower, and you know, now I got, you know, zero turn mower, you know, $300 push mower. $1,600 push mower, blower, weed eater. You know, all of that started. My home, everything started for me with a weed eater, a edger, and a push mower. That's where I started 19 years ago. So that's my advice, brother.
That speaks volumes. I mean, I can do it too. I can work just as hard.
You can do it. Yeah, you can. And especially if it's your company.
No, it's mine.
That's what I'm saying. If you gonna get out of that company what you put into it.
Invest in yourself.
Yep.
You're gonna owe somebody.
Yeah, invest in yourself. You know, if you can cut down a tree, or you know, try to. One thing you need to do going on for us doing in Tulsa for us weeding, pulling weeds. You know, that's $30 an hour. You know, most people don't. You could take a pick and go out and clean flower beds, and them people will pay you $25, $30 an hour.
Wow. That's some good money.
And all you got to do is that's a $15 investment.
Yeah, that's true.
And how long will that pick last you? How many years is it gonna last? And you can just go from flower bed to flower bed. People want their flower beds cleaned
they do.
All the time, but they don't want to get out there and do it. So they'll hire you at $25, $30 an hour. So people just don't want to get up and do what they got to do, you know, in order to do it. So brother, that's another good job you can look at too. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do some research on that. I didn't even look at it.
Yeah, do that. Leaf removal. You know, do that. Leaf removal is good money also. You know, you got a blower. You can blow, and you got a trailer to put that stuff in. You could take it out there in West Tulsa, where you from. You can go out there in West Tulsa and dump it for free. You know, but you can, you know, $50 an hour. Leaf removal.
Where does he go dump in Tulsa for free?
In West Tulsa, off over there by the dump in West Tulsa.
I know what you're talking about. Is it kind of like going up that Edison? Is it off Edison?
No, it's off of Highway 75, off of like
going towards Keystone, kind of.
No, going toward it's going toward Glenpool.
Okay, well, yeah, you need to research that.
Research that, bro. You can do that in the winter time too.
Right now, hey man, you know, look, I really appreciate all this information. So I'm really glad I called in tonight.
No problem, brother. Glad to help you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lewis. It was a great night. Thank you, Miss Chris. I've always liked your show. You've always had great topics, and always seem to help me out. So I really appreciate it.
Oh, great. Thank you. Tell all your friends to call us and schedule shows, because, again, we are here to publicize and showcase businesses in and around Atlanta. And tell them if they don't have a business in Atlanta, come on out here and get on this show.
No doubt.
And tell them to be like Mr. Monty Lewis. Invest in yourself.
Yes.
You know, you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
You know? Thank you so much for calling in, Ty. We appreciate that.
Again, thank you both. You guys have a great night.
You too. You as well. You as well. And now, also, Monty, tell me about the opportunity you said you had working in the Virgin Islands.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go with another call. Hold on right quick. Thank you for calling Status Network. You're on Live TV with Cy Tellis, and our guest today is Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis. Thank you for calling. State your name and what city you're calling from, please.
Bruce from Macon.
Okay, Bruce from Macon. Thank you for calling in. And what question did you have?
Yes, I'm a homeowner, and the previous person who lived before me have a lot of stuff in the backyard. I want to try to figure out how to get rid of it. He has rocks and pebbles, and I found styrofoam stuff and mason jars and light bulbs and just weird stuff in the backyard. So I was trying to figure out what can I do to get rid of this hill, either get rid of the hill or do something with it to repurpose it to make it nicer.
918-269-4409. Call that number. Call that number.
Do you have a pen so you can write that down?
We'll easily solve that one.
Exactly.
918-269-4409. Call that number.
Gotcha.
You all right? Take a picture of it and text the picture to me, and I could be able to tell you, and we'll discuss it. All right?
Okay.
Do you have that number? Do you need it? Does he need to repeat it?
Yeah, I got I need it one more time.
Okay, take your time.
You ready?
Yes.
918-269-4409. 918-269-4409.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and which area you said you're in again?
Macon.
Oh, okay. Great.
Macon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for the call.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Cool. That was a good question.
Great question.
I like that.
Doing up some business.
But did you say you had the opportunity to work in the Virgin Islands due to the hurricane?
No, I had the opportunity to go to Virgin Islands, and I do disaster relief also. That's another thing that I do. You know, I'll take my skid loader and my trailer and dump trucks and head down to Miami or Houston and do disaster relief after the hurricane. So that's another thing that I get into. But like I said, it's just, you know, trying to make money.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with loving yourself and doing good work.
Yeah.
And you know what? I bet I'm pretty sure we're the same way. He likes to work hard so he can do what? Play harder.
Play harder.
You know, and you do play golf.
Yeah.
So that in itself speaks volumes. I could never hit the ball in college. You know, I just can't do it. And I'm sure you're great at that because I see you've been playing it for years.
Yeah.
And we have some pictures I've seen on you on Facebook, and
Right.
I've seen some of the people he's played with. I'm mature, but I'm still starstruck, and I've seen you with all these great people because they're just somewhat as great as you are. But I'm just saying, but you're so modest, and he hasn't changed. Since I've known him since the 70s, he hasn't changed. He's always been a good guy. He's always been a gentleman. He's always had great character, great work ethics. But you know why? Because we're baby boomers. That's how we roll. That's how we do it. Let's get this other call in here. Hold on, you guys. Thank you for calling Status Network. This is on Live TV with Cytellus. Please state your name and what city you're calling from. Okay, you have to turn down your volume so we can hear you. This is Live TV with Cytellus. Please state your name and where you're calling from.
Oh, hello. This is Mark.
Okay.
From
Mark, you need to turn down your computer that you're watching the show on, and we're so glad you're watching the show. But you have to literally turn that down so we can hear you and there's no feedback.
There we go.
Okay, sure. Yes, this is Mark from Sandy Springs area.
Okay. Well, hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Are you guys doing good?
We're doing good. What's your question, honey?
Well, my question is, what to Mr. Monty, what advice would you give, and this is just for our business in general, for anyone who wants to start their own business, if you had to break it down into maybe 3 steps, it doesn't have to be 3 steps, but if you had to break it down into a few steps, what would those steps be?
First of all, get a plan. You know, get a plan, get your goals set, you know, hopefully you know a few people that you know can do like oh, I had a vapor lock just did.
That's okay. Hey.
Do networking. I'm sorry. Hopefully you have friends that you could do network. I mean, basically, well, I started my company by my friends, people that I knew that may need a yard done, or if he knows an old lady that needed her yard done, or his mother or his sister. A lot of money come from women that don't want to get out there and do it themselves. So there's a lot. That's where you can get a lot of money. But I came up with a plan on what I wanted to do. I knew I was pretty decent at the stuff that I do, but I needed to get the equipment, the things that I needed. So I mean, planning is crucial. Is very crucial. And then making sure you pay your taxes. That's another thing. Keep that straight, so that you don't get in any bad shape behind that. So basically, like I said, it's just planning and networking.
Excellent.
All right.
Advice.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I have my grandson here wants to ask a question as well.
No problem.
Hello, my name is Cameron.
Hey, Cameron.
I have a question for you, Mr. Lewis. What determined or pushed you, Mr. Monty? What determined or pushed you to reaching your goals? Like, what pushed you to do all this?
Just wanting to be successful. I mean, I just wanted to be. I mean, I know I didn't want to be white collar worker. Working go to the same building and do that for 20, 30 years, and I didn't want to do that. I like working out you know, I like, you know, the world to be my office. I can go anywhere. I can go to different places, and I can see where I put in a flower bed, or if I went and I you know, maintain put in a park, you know, full of side, you know, down Riverside, stuff like, you know, it's just going back and seeing the work that you done, you know, 10, 15 years later, and see how it held up. You know, it just I just love I love, you know, seeing my work, you know, and I love just getting out there and making things happen, you know.
Excellent. So that's
just get, you know, whatever your heart desire or whatever you love to do, you know, just have a passion for it and just do it. You know, be the best that you can be at it.
That's true.
That's what I can give you advice on.
Okay, and how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for like 19 years, 20 years going on. But I mean, if you go back to my childhood, I got 30, 40 years or more worth of, you know, just working, doing different jobs, you know, tree removal. When I was 15, 16, you know, I was climbing trees. I was above power lines climbing trees at 16, 17 years old, bringing down trees. So, you know, it's just stuff that I learned throughout the years to do.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, Cameron, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to close it out now with Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis.
Okay, I have one more question for you.
All right, make it quick. Make it quick.
Make it real quick. You have less than a minute.
What were your limits?
What was my limits?
Yes.
I don't have any.
That's good advice.
And like always, do you
make your money, young man.
That's right.
Be a jack of all trades, okay?
And you need to get out there and help him a little bit.
Thank you.
Get out there and learn some of that. Thank you guys for calling in, Mark and Cameron. Thank you so much. You guys have a good evening, and guess what? I'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye. Again, today we have showcased Mr. Vincent Monty Lewis, owner and founder of Lewis Lawn and Landscape, who has been in operation for over 18 years in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and is now transitioning into Atlanta, Georgia. And what is that number again if you want to
918-269-4409.
Say it again.
918-269-4409.
Say it one more time.
918-269-4409.
Monty, thank you so much. I got to get a hug because we know each other like that.
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
the
much.
opportunity.
And you guys, he's going to renovate my home. I just got to get my coins together. But you know what? If I can get with the right paying job and take out this loan, I can't wait for him to renovate my home. But I definitely want you to do it. And I trust him. I know I can be here in Atlanta, and he'll be in Tulsa taking care of my home.
Exactly.
And I've seen his work, and I've known him for over 45 years, so I know. And isn't that strange? I've known him for 45 years, and we're both under 30. But thank you for watching, you guys. You have a good night, and tune in on August 22nd, where we're going to have Chef Robert Scott. He's going to come in and bring in some delicious items for us. Again, thank you, Monty. Thank you so much. God bless, and continued success.
Yes.
Call him, get that work done, get those trees removed, get that stuff taken out. Whatever you need, he can do it.
Snow removal,
whatever. All of that.
Well, I'll come there. I'll come up north.
Yes, and give us that number one more time before we say bye.
918-269-4409.
All right. You guys have a good one, and thanks for tuning in.
We'll travel.
Yes.